I want to share with you a very important life lesson that I have learned through my actual experience. And that is don't try to save, don't try to encourage depressed people. People who are walking around with this sulking, this sadness, and they're in miserable relationships. They don't like certain things about their life. The more you try to encourage them, the more they'll fight you. The more you try to save them, the more you'll drown. In life, you have to remember the only person you can save is yourself. Jesus didn't say save everyone. He said don't waste what is holy on people that are unholy. Don't throw your pearls to pigs. They'll take your pearls and they'll trample them. Don't try to encourage a depressed person. They'll take your energy and they'll trample it. And they'll go home to the miserable people they try to save. I want to share with you this other lesson. Depressed people date more depressed people. Birds of a feather flock together. If you see someone in an unhealthy relationship, you remember it takes two to tango. And don't dance with them. Don't encourage them. Just smile. And if you want to give a word of encouragement, a word of help, that's fine. But don't drown in their depression. Good to see you, Johnny Midas. Don't drown in their depression. This other thing I want to share with you. Don't get people a job. It's very tied into this. I remember I had a good person I knew. I thought very highly of him. Okay. There's been a few, but there's this one particular situation. I thought he did a great job. He had a great personality. I thought he could do a lot better because he had everything it takes. He proved it. I wanted him to make more money. I wanted to give him more money. I wanted to give him more responsibility. But he didn't have his driver's license. And I kept encouraging him, man, I want to give you more money. I want to give you more responsibility, more leadership. Just go and take your license. Even if you fail, just try. And after about asking him the second or third time, he lashed at me. He took my pearls and he trampled them. And you know what I learned right there? Stop encouraging him. Stop employing him. Trying to save a depressed person is signing up to be a social worker and not getting paid for it. Ask a social worker how many people they save per day. They can't even save themselves in most instances. This is a very important lesson, not to be judgmental, but to get away from people who are going to stay in misery their entire life. Family, friends, people online, many people. You say, well, that means you're going to be lonely. Better to be lonely than in a bullshit relationship. Okay. Never forget that. Yeah. Because you'll be happier. You'll live more of your life dream. You won't be perfect. You're not better than them, but you're not miserable with them. Don't try to encourage a depressed person. You'll end up drowning in their depression. And what I can tell you in this life, guys, everyone's struggling. I have empathy. But I want to tell you, I don't have time to waste on bullshit. Because 80 years is enough to live on this earth. I don't want to listen to death metal. I want to listen to R&B and masturbate to beautiful women. I don't want to listen, okay, to people who fucking go watch haunted houses. And it's not even close to Halloween. Fuck that. I want to be by palm trees. And I don't want to concern myself other than to encourage myself. Encourage yourself. Save yourself. Everyone else, guys, they'll take your pearls and they'll trample them. Why? Because the pain of reality for them to do what they need to do is too severe. And they choose depression. They choose to sulk. They choose. Instead of saying, fuck it, if I got to suffer, I'm going to go after my best life. Under palm trees. Or wherever your palm trees are. I want to tell you right now, go order your calzone. Go watch fantasy football. Go watch every game show. Fuck that. Fuck the lottery. Build your life. Don't be depressed and don't hang around depressed people. Don't hang around underachievers. And you say, well, who are you? Don't worry about it. This is my fucking channel. That's right. That's the whole reason you build your life so that you can have some independence. You needed the help of others. We all need the help of others. I make note of that in many videos. But you repay them by doing what you need to do to improve, to get where you want to get. Not to sulk in misery or to play, oh, you helped me, so now I got to help you. What type of game is that? I'll tell you, you'd rather hire a caretaker than live with a slug, because they ain't going to be able to take care of you, can't take care of themselves. I've seen death. You're going to die alone, even if you got a lot of people around you. Never forget that. Never. So you better like being alone. You better be encouraged being alone. You try to save someone because you don't want to be alone, two miserable motherfuckers. And they going to have some offspring that's miserable. Their pet's going to be miserable. Everyone in the house miserable. Why? Because I want to tell you guys, in life, only you can give yourself joy. Every time I try to save a depressed person, okay, my pearls get trampled. And you know what I do? The older I get, the less people I like to encourage people. I like to help people. I like to see people excel in their career. But I tell you right now, guys, all you can work on is you. Because most people, guys, they're going to stay in the same recurring patterns they've proven to have. Especially after the age of 25, 35. That's who they are. That's who they'll be in 20 years. That's who they'll be till they die. You either accept that or you move on. I accept it. I move on. Oh, yeah, I accept it right now. In the name of the Lord, I accept it. Change your number. I accept it. Block I accept it. Because I don't want to fight my inner circle. Your most precious energy is saved for the people closest to you. And if they take your pearls and they trample them, they should never be close to you again. Why? What type of world you want to live in? True crime, and the crime is in your own house? Nah, I'm good, man. I'll never try to save a psychopath. I'll call a social worker. I'll pay my taxes. I'll let them deal with it. And that's how life works. Because you'll try to give them a better job, give them a better situation. They won't do what they need to. They won't go get their driver's license, but they'll go volunteer at a soup kitchen. You know, and then you say, what the fuck am I doing trying to help someone? I'll tell you, go back to the social worker. Let them deal with that. And this is what I want to tell you in life. I saw someone the other day. They gave a bike to a person on drugs. You know what happened to their bike? Their bike gone. Why? Because they weren't taking that bike to go to work. People aren't evil, but when you try to encourage a drug addict, your bike's going to get stolen. That's right. When you try to save someone who's depressed, you're going to end up with mental problems. That's right. This is my life experience. I don't know about your experience. Have you saved a depressed person? I would love to hear that testimony. You don't save a depressed person. You save yourself. And you let the social worker deal with the depressed person. Or you let some other person who's just as depressed live with them. Because the two birds of a feather flock together. You can't change anyone in this world other than yourself. I changed my environment. I changed things in my career. I changed my health. I changed my life. And I like it the way it is. I like my car the way it is. I like but there's still some things I don't like. But I tell you, I work to change them. I suffer through the pain. I'm not going to fucking sulk around. These fucking people, I tell you see them sometimes, they're like a walking suicide song. Let's get the fuck out of here, man. Go listen to some love-making music and be inspired. But there's no inspiration there. As the palm trees sway in this undepressed person, this unsad person, I get depressed, I get sad, but I fucking say, you know what? We're going forward. But you know what? For some people, that energy, they don't like it. So you know what they do? They take it and they trample it. Because they want to fucking sulk. And I respect that. I respect people's space. So you know what I do? I cut them off. Why? You can't grow in my garden. That's the best part about being an adult. You call shots unless you live with a depressed person, because the weakest person in your life controls your life. I'll say a prayer for you. I'll cremate you, but I won't live with you. Never forget that. Why? Because I got to do what I got to do to be in the healthiest, most inspired place for me. That's my job as an adult, not to save you. Don't let anyone put that on you. And your family and your friends online, don't let anyone put it on you. I'm the most compassionate, nice person you'll meet. But that's only because I spend enough time by myself and I don't try to save depressed people. And if you don't agree with that, get the fuck off the channel. Get the fuck out of my life. In a respectful way, I say. But I hope this video helps. Johnny, I thank you for being a member. Click the thumbs up if it helps. Share this video with don't share it with a depressed person. You think they want to hear this? Depressed people don't want to hear shit. They'll take your pearls and they'll trample them. They'll smoke them. They'll steal your bike. I thank God for every experience. Every experience teaches you this pattern's either going to stay the same or you're going to change. And you know what I say? I'm not going to lock my bike up in the presence of a depressed person or a drug addict or someone abusing prescription pills or someone trying to save someone doing that. And I tell you, some people say to you, well, what about this person or what about that person? I'm not that person. I'm myself. Never forget that. I'm not responsible for other people. Either are you. I don't have children. And if I did, I'd be responsible from a certain age. That's myself in this world. Yeah. And I'm not taking care of someone else's kids either. That's right. Why? Well, look, guys, I'll visit, I'll inspire, I'll mentor. But I am not going to take care of the sperm that I didn't ejaculate. Why? That's how I feel. I have a right to that. Just like you do. You don't have to, if I'm in a relationship with someone and I'm choosing to raise their kids, that's my choice, but I don't choose that. If I do in the future, I'll see. Don't let someone put all that on you. What the fuck? I remember a couple times I want to share that. It's my experience. A couple times in my life, through dating and through other situations, I caught myself being the person taking all the responsibility in a situation, getting none of the benefit. And I said, this is a bad deal. This is a deal a depressed person that has low self-esteem takes. I don't take that. I reject that deal. And I don't want to sing happy birthday to you. I'm not Chuck E. Cheese. If any adult, I'll never sing happy birthday to an adult unless I choose to. I've noticed that online too. Depressed people just want you to sing them happy birthday. Nah, hell no. I don't even want to know it's your birthday. Go to Chuck E. Cheese. They'll let them sing happy birthday to you. So these are my experiences in life. I'm getting ready as an undepressed person to go walk by the beach, to go see beautiful women and listen to R&B, not death metal, to live where I fucking worked and suffered for, under palm trees, to have a home base as an asset allocation, not a prison. And anyone who doesn't understand it, not my job to save them, not my job to encourage them. Why? Guys, I didn't choose that career path. And if I did and I didn't like it, I'd change it. You don't like something in your life, you change it. If not, you suffer in silence. That's your choice. And I respect your choice. I respect you. I respect everyone. I pray for everyone, but I don't fuck with everyone. Why? I don't want to be depressed like mostly everyone. Because I'm fighting enough for my best life. I ain't got time, to be justifying bullshit. The loneliest you will ever be is in a bullshit relationship with bullshit people. The loneliest. The happiest you'll ever be is not trying to save people, respecting people. Okay, I know I'm giving a very intense message, guys, but it's respect. When you see people in the street, it's respect in public. It's respect in common shared places. In your personal space, it's whatever the fuck you want it to be. Don't disrespect people, but this is your space now. And I tell you, there ain't no room for depression in my house, in my car. And I don't care if you don't like my car. I don't care if you don't like me. Why? Because this ain't your fucking space. You move on to your depressed space. Yeah. Well, other depressed motherfuckers. That's right. And that's the mindset. Because without that mindset, they'll drag you down to the layer of I've become so numb. I don't want it. Fucking death metal of fucking demons. R&B of love. I choose. You gotta fight for your best life. I don't know why. I don't even try to figure out why. I try to figure out what do I need to do next for myself, for my responsibilities as an adult. I don't take care of other adults. If I did, I would be an official caretaker. And I would have my off time where I don't take care of them because you got to have off time. Don't mix business with pleasure. Don't take people into your house and become their caretaker and their lover. Tierra, you'll end up fucking killing them and try to play like you're a sad widow on TikTok. I've seen it. I've seen it happen. But there's some fucking act going on out here, man. I tell you, there's a lot of people acting, man. But I thank God. Even for I love everyone. Good to see you, whom I love. You know exactly what I'm saying. You've been through the wars. You keep enjoying California. I don't care how much mudslide is in California. The misery of Minnesota and all the people who stay there around other depressed people because they refuse to feel the pain of change, may they suffer in the darkest place of depression because they choose it. And may you live in the place, the nice area of California with Johnny Midas. Live by the nice areas with the right mindset. And if you don't like where you live, you sell your house again and again and again. You go through the pain. I love you, woohoo, my love. I love you, Johnny Midas. I love all the positive people. I love the negative people, but I don't fuck with them. Why? I'm not going to lose my energy trying to save someone who only wants to drag you down. Not worth it. Because it's a recurring pattern in their life. I hope my videos help you. And if they don't, just move on. Because you ain't going to change me. I ain't going to change you. And if you can't accept that, look at the people you live with, because I don't live with you. Yeah, thank God. I love you. I'm not depressed. I tell you, I'll keep fighting for my best life. Fuck that.